This is my January reading wrap up. Starting with Only on Game Day, football romances with fake dating is one of my absolute favorite specific tropes, so naturally I ended up really loving this one. And even though it was unrealistic at times, I thought it was a really fun read. Next, I have Grumpy Darling. This is a young adult hockey romance with the best friends to lovers. The whole premise of this, of Grayson being Paige's dating coach, was so fun. It gave Grayson a lot of opportunities to share how he truly felt about Paige, even though Paige was oblivious to it all, and so we got some really great scenes and tension in this. This is such a cute romance and probably has one of the best dates I have ever read about. This entire story is honestly just adorable. Next, I have A Lady Would Know Better. I picked this up because it's a historical romance that's supposed to give like Jane Austen Bridgerton vibes. I did think the romance was really sweet in this and that Jasper and Jane truly felt like they were meant for each other. I also thought this story did a really great job of handling like grief and the amnesia trope, which I truly appreciated. However, even though it says it's supposed to be like a Jane Austen, this story actually took place in the late 1800s, and at times I felt like it wasn't really sure which time period it wanted to be in. It also was very heavy on the insta-love, which usually doesn't bother me, but I didn't like how they were talking about being soulmates 100 pages into a 400-page book, which also leads me to think that this is probably longer than it needed to be. Next, I have Spellcaster. I absolutely loved this one. This was my first 5-star read of the year. The story follows Paisley, who is attending Weatherstone College, which is a college for witches. I loved the whole witch college academic vibes, and I loved being back in that type of world. It also has a really great enemies to lover forbidden romance between her and Logan. And honestly, the romance kind of reminded me of Xaden and Violet. However, the romance is very small in this because Logan is actually hardly in this, and I'm hoping we get more of him in book 2. But the ending of this left me with so many questions that I cannot wait to read the next one. Next, I read An Arc of Lessons of Forgiving. I loved this book. This is a college soccer romance with a second chance romance between Henry and Paula. And honestly, their relationship is done so well in this. It does have a dual timeline. It alternates between the past and present, but I think that it was a really nice balance in this and that it didn't focus too much on the past. And the way the romance plays out is done beautifully. It really does take the course of the entire story. And last, I read The Assistant to the Villain series. I originally had book 1 on my TBR, but after reading it, I ended up continuing the series, and I am almost finished with book 3 now. I am absolutely loving this series. The deadpan dry humor throughout all the books has me constantly laughing. I love the grumpy sunshine dynamic between the villain and Evie. This is such a fun and unique read, and I'm absolutely having the best time with this series.